I deposited $500 into a broker and I'm going to show you exactly how I trade a small account. Now, I've been trading for 6 years, and when you're trading a small account, although there's many things that carry over from funded accounts, from big accounts, there is something that you can do to adjust the way that you approach a small account to make sure you grow it consistently and not just be a gambler. We don't want to gamble small accounts. They don't last very long and they end up putting you in a position where you're more likely to just keep on blowing and blowing accounts. So let's enjoy this video. I'm going to take you through trading, scaling the accounts, giving you the tips. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you exactly how to grow a small account. Here's my small account here. I deposited $500. I have equity of 1,250. I'm going to explain how that works. And essentially this will allow me to grow my account faster. And I'm just going to teach you how to manage an account 500 or less. Even it can be a little bit more. And I'm going to take you through a whole cheat sheet here to show you how to grow this account effectively and consistently over time, right? So let me bring your attention to this screen right here. This is a cheat sheet that I prepared for you. I'm only going to take 5 minutes to go through this, but this is going to change your game of account trading here. And literally, I'm going to share this sheet for you guys for free in the Telegram that is linked in the description. So we want to start with about how we're going to grow these accounts. So obviously consistency is going to matter for a small account. Growth comes from compounding over time. You're not looking for one massive trade. And as the account grows, you'll also be able to risk more, right? Because the account will be growing. So like I said, it's not about hitting one big trade. You're not looking for, okay, let me look at the chart here. Let me try to take a massive, like this is a common mistake people make, is they're like, if I have a small account, let's say I have 500 balance, let me find a trade that can take me from 500. You know, if I would have long from here and closed up here, it would have taken me from 500 to 1,000. Now that used to be me. I used to do that a lot of the time. I used to be like, let me look for that big position that I can just hold with small risk, big target, and just get my account balance like from 500 to 1,000, and then I can start trading my normal strategy or a normal strategy, because now I've sort of flipped the account a little bit and now I have stuff to play with. So in theory, it sounds like a great idea, but in practice, it's just not reality. We don't really see that being an option, and we just, you know, for me especially, I just missed out and I never could catch the big trades, because if it was that easy and I could do it with 500, now I would start doing it with 10, 20,000, make hundreds of thousands. Big trades do come, but it's not often enough to where you can become consistent. It is something that I call a bonus trade. It's a trade that if the market presents the opportunity, we can take it, but you can't search from it. It comes to you. So don't look for that. And you know, if you apply proper risk management and take high quality setups, your account will grow over time. All of this is in the sheet. I'm not going to read you every line because it's there for you guys, but I want to walk you through it so you guys are prepared and actually start growing your accounts and making money in the easiest way possible. So as you guys saw with the account that I'm using, there is here 1,250 but 500 deposit. Now this is utilizing something called a deposit bonus here, right? So brokers, they give you a deposit bonus if you have a deal with them, and this is either a problem or it can be used as a benefit, right? The problem is it can encourage gambling. The benefit is we can leverage capital to essentially make more capital, but again, your initial deposit is at risk, not the broker's money. So the broker increases margin, not withdrawable funds. It would be fun if they could give us 150 deposit bonus. We can place one trade and take the money out. That's not the case, but what it gives us is a bigger account. So for example, I deposited 500, they gave me 750 to trade. The capital I have is 1,250. Why is this beneficial? This is beneficial because if I'm trading, for example, and let's say I'm trading and I'm looking for a trade, if I want to grow my smaller account, I can't be risking small amounts. Now we're going to get later in the video about how to risk management on small accounts, but I can't be risking like, you know, 1%. It's too boring, right? So I want to be risking bigger. But let's say I risk $50, right? So let's say I risk $50 and I take a loss on my $500 account. That is 10% I've taken loss. If I do that 5 times, my account is going to be down to 250. With 250, I don't have many trades left before I blow the account. Plus I don't have margin. So it just becomes gambling. But if you risk on 1,250, the same, we still have margin. The account still is going to be, so even if I take a loss of the same amount, my account is only going to be down to 1,000, right? Even though I have lost 250 of my own money, not the broker's money, I still have the margin to trade it back up, and it's basically giving me leverage. My capital is always at risk. If I decide to risk $50, that means I'm happy to risk $50. So only risk what you're comfortable to lose. That's like a age-old saying, but it's true. You have to stick to that. So if you're only comfortable losing $20, you can risk that, but you're not at risk at blowing your account because you lose out on margin. So we can use that. And even like, let's say in your actual account balance you have $100, but with the credit you have 700, then you can actually use that credit, and you know, with $100 normally in your your account, you'd be like, oh, it's all game over, and blow the account. But with 700, it's going to change your mindset. So this is the benefit. We can use this as leverage, and we can use this to make more money, right? So also, guys, if you're enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hopefully it's helping you and we can get it out to more people to help them as well. I would appreciate that. Let's go. Going back towards the document here, this is what a bonus is. Now, in the description, there's a link where I use Vantage. They're the broker that I use. I don't trade with bonuses because I trade with a big account, so I don't need a bonus, but it's very useful for small accounts, and it's also useful for medium-sized accounts, and their minimum deposit is very low. So I'll put the link in the description. It is in the description, or I'll put it here. This is something that you can use to grow small accounts. It's a tool, right? Don't have to, obviously. You can use your 500 balance, use whatever broker you want. This doesn't mean it gives you the ability to risk crazy, and treat it as a buffer, not as extra money, right? They're not giving you extra money, they're giving you a buffer, right? So it's almost a protection, and it's not permission to overtrade. Okay, keep that. Now, risk management. Without this, you're going to blow your whole account. This is probably the most important. Read through this. Only risk 5% for trades, so we can risk up to 50% with the 1,200 bonus, which means we're actually risking 10% on the small account, which is risky, but we have the leverage to do it, so it's going to grow the smaller account fast. If you're not a skilled trader, because this is not, you know, to mask bad skill. If you're not skilled, then you need to be risking 1 to 3%. Keep it controlled. Read through this document. Have a checklist, have a plan, have trades. I've linked a video here for you guys that's going to talk to my top 3 price action setups one by one. This video goes through all those setups. You click it, boom, and you guys can go through this with examples drawn out to you of the setups and how to execute on them. Now, this is all for you, all free, and you guys can access this and actually have a strategy. If you have a strategy, then use your strategy. Hopefully it works, right? Make sure to have all of these checklists. Print this checklist, have it in front of you when you trade so you don't mess up. These are common mistakes. These are stuff you've probably heard before. If not, read through it. This is to remind you, no over leveraging, no over risking. Do not trade without a stop loss. Do not chase losses. Don't do that. I like this saying, blowing an account is fast, growing it requires patience and discipline. And this is the honest truth. So you can read through this, write journal, have a loss limit. All of this stuff is going to be healthy. This part I want to read with you guys because I feel it's important. For me, mindset is everything. You know, no matter if you're on a small account or big account, you need to think long term. You need to accept that losses are part of trading. That's normal. People make it a big deal. Like, it sucks, but I know it sucks, but control the losses. Take 1 to 2 trades a day. If you take 1 loss in a day, probably call it a session at least. You know, don't chase it, right? Stay disciplined at all times. And this is a big one. Your goal is not to make money. Your first goal is to stay in the game and protect your capital, because if you can't stay in the game, there's no chance. You've already failed. So if you're not in the game, if you're not surviving, you've already failed, because there's nowhere to grow when you're out of the game, right? You can't be a player of the game that you don't play. So this is very important. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you guys find something useful. If you do, leave a like and subscribe on the video. With that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.